I'll be right back, y'all.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Wanna welcome everybody. Yeah, we gotta get.
Here we go again. You know, it's not every day that I grace y'all with my presence twice in one day. Twice. Breaking news. This is some crazy ass shit, y'all, for real. We gonna recap in a second. But first, what I need you to do. What I need you to do is I need you to hit that thumbs up and I need you to comment. Also, I need you to subscribe and then I need you to hit that notification bell so you can get news and rumors from #Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast exclusively on Facebook and YouTube. So once again, everyone, this has been the craziest, wackiest Wednesday I have ever did for wrestling. Okay, exactly about maybe 8 hours ago, news broke out about Vince McMahon and his sexual appetites and all the other shit. And then more news followed after that. And like I said, we'll talk about that on Thursday. But the breaking news of 2022, there are rumors that's going around that Sasha Banks has been released from the WWE. Bitch, what? What? Y'all, I don't know what to say about this. I don't even know what to say. It's been speculated. It's been, I think, let's see, Wrestling in Sync, I believe, confirmed this rumor. Now, everyone, until we actually hear from Sasha Banks, treat this as a rumor. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is something to talk about. And once again, there are levels to this shit of why Sasha Banks got released. Like I said, just a rumor. But if this is actually true, I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. I'm sitting up here and I'm trying to gather my thoughts because I'm trying to get past the Vince McMahon situation. And then right after Dynamite goes off, I get hit with this shit right here, with Sasha Banks being released from the WWE. Now, a lot of people out there is going to say that this is fake news or whatever. Basically, when they say fake news, they don't want to believe it. Hell, I don't even want to believe it. But like I said, it's news. It's news. I'm coming on here. I'm breaking into y'all programming. And I'm going to tell y'all the tea. If Sasha Banks was released from the WWE, and like I said, by tomorrow at 6 o'clock when we come on for our Thursday podcast, the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast, hopefully we'll have more information if this is a rumor or not. Either way, we will definitely let you know what's going on. But if Sasha Banks has been released, then this is a long time coming, everyone. You shouldn't be shocked, and I'm not going to be shocked either. It's just a simple fact that there's a lot of toxicity that's going on in the WWE that we really do not know of. But at the end of the day, it's literally a shit pile right now in professional wrestling. More importantly, in the WWE. And I don't know what to say about this, but let's see what our audience out there is thinking about. And we got a lot of comments. Stephen, Dylan, he said, what a day in professional wrestling. McQuan, he said, you have been on a roll. I know. And they're keeping me busy for all of this shenanigans that's going on right now. Dylan, he said, my goodness. Jaquez, he said, bro, I'm not even home yet. I'm about to head home to join you. Come on down. Stephen said, what's been a crazy day? One said, shaking his head, it just keeps getting better and better. The WWE Golden Era, the WWE New Generation Era, the WWE Attitude Era, the WWE Ruthless Aggression Era, the WWE Reality Era, the WWE PG Era, and the WWE Toxic Crazy Ass Era. That shit that keeps happening every fucking day. I don't want to be in this era. Hell, I don't want to be in this era either. Shit. I totally agree with you. I don't want to be in this era either. This era sucks. For real. Like, we supposed to be enjoying our wrestling, but then yet we are hearing bitch ass fans. Then we hearing from WWE wrestlers that's like dropping the T every fucking 2 minutes. I mean, god damn. Ooh. Brandon said that this shit is crazy. Yes, this shit is just insane. It's insane. Yes, McQuan, 2-2. Chris doing podcasting in one day, man, that is unheard of, for real. Unfucking heard of. One said that it's like, but wait, but wait, there's more. Yeah, I know, right? Greg, he said that this has been a crazy day. Daniel, he said Sasha Banks is free at last. She's finally free from that prison. I know, right? And my boy from Around the Ropes podcast, he said, he's laughing his ass off. Vincent John is tag team champions and Sasha's leaving. Won't God do it, y'all? If this is a rumor, okay? Let's see. It's been confirmed by multiple wrestling sources that it is legit. Yeah, I think we got a new viewer from YouTube. Faction Pad Podcast. What's up? What's going on? This is Chris from the Wrestling Podcast excuse me. This is Chris from the #Heels for Life. Blah blah blah. What's going on? How you doing? I can't even get my words in right. I am so sorry. It's just been a fucking crazy day, y'all. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. I got slap on my mouth and shit. Yeah. So Dylan said, big blow to the WWE if this is true. Yes, we're gonna say if this is true because we're gonna need the sources. Yes, definitely. Chris, what's going on? Carl from the another one of my guys from the Around the Ropes podcast. He said, don't forget about Saturday show. Yes. Oh, listen, Carl. I know my obligations. I need you to pipe the fuck down. Okay. All right. Yes, definitely. We're going to be talking about that on Saturday from the Around the Ropes podcast. And then also we're going to be talking about it on my Thursday podcast as well. I got a lot of shit that's going to be lined up. Like, it's going to be just, it's fucking insane. I'm sitting up here and voguing and shit. You know, I'm going to tell you, the shit is crazy. It's crazy. Dan Miller, he said that the Sasha news is legit. And in fact, she is gone from that prison that celebrates this monumental moment that we are extremely happy for Sasha. Yeah, it's crazy. John, what's going on? How you doing? Another one of my guys from the Around the Ropes podcast. McQuine, he said that I think that Naomi might have been saved because of who she is married to. Yes, matter of fact, we just talked about that not too long ago. Let's see. Greg, what's going on? And then Stephen said, exactly. Okay, so here's the thing, y'all. The WWE is going under, y'all. I do not want to come on here and be happy and get the jollies in or whatever. It's just the thing is that you guys have been following me for a very long time. My energy does not change. When I tell you I'm getting tired of something and I want to move on with my life, I'm about that life. The WWE has not want to change. Vince McMahon do not want to change. Vince McMahon want to sit on his petty shit and he want to sit on his sexual appetite bullshit that he's been displaying for decades. I'm here to tell you, I don't want the WWE to go under. As much as I criticize that company, I don't want them to go under. Because if I do want them to go under, it show me that I'm much of a hypocrite, just like these other motherfuckers out here that do want the WWE to go under. I don't want them to go under like WCW went, like ECW went under. Because excuse me. This monopoly that the WWE decided to do with all of the companies that went under because of the WWE, I don't want to see that again. Yes, won't he do it? Yes, there is thunder in my background. Yes. But all I'm going to tell y'all is that the WWE did this shit to themselves. That is why AEW is around. That is why all these other companies that's rising up is because of the WWE. The WWE did not want to do their job full time, and they are fucking themselves in the ass without the Vaseline. That is unheard of. Vince McMahon is a fucking genius. He is a billionaire that does not want to do his goddamn job. And if there's anyone that you should blame, wrestling fans, it should be Vince McMahon. Y'all motherfuckers should be on y'all peanut butter and Jiffy sandwiches, fucking Twitter, fucking fingers, and y'all should be screaming at Vince McMahon, but you don't want to do that. That's why I'm saying, I'm gonna say this shit right now. What you have in your closet, what skeletons you have in your closet, they're going to fill up like a landfill. And before you know it, it's going to implode. That is what's going on in the WWE right now. Every little secrets that they've been trying to keep, it's been showing. So y'all, let me get some of y'all on here real quick. Stephen, did you want to come on? If you wanted to come on, I'll forward you this real quick. Hang on a second, y'all. Because I haven't talked to Steph. Okay, all right. I'm going to forward this to you. I'm gonna forward you the link in a second. And then I'll get some other viewers on here. I want to talk to Stephen real quick because I know he got a lot to say. So yeah, it's thundering over here right now. Yeah, it's like a lightning show over here. So yeah. I'm keeping tabs of the weather. Most definitely. I'm up here looking at my weather app right now. So, all right. There you go. Hang on 1 second. All right. And yes, with the Vince McMahon situation, once again, we'll talk about that. Hey, Rasso, how you doing? He said, or he or she said, I don't know if this is a female or a male, I'm not sure. Stephanie must have known before stepping down. You know what? Honestly, we were talking about that earlier when you was on the podcast, and I really do believe that there's some type of coup or there's some type of power struggle that's going on in the WWE right now. Like, there's just too much shit that just happened all in like in one day. And then on top of that, shit has been occurring for the past 3 years. Like, this shit is unheard of. This is like mind-blowing, yo. And remind you, I have to go back. I'm not even being petty about this. It's just for the simple fact that this is the #1 fucking company in the world financially. But on paper, it is not even close to being the #1 company. I'm sorry. You can sit there and put Roman Reigns on that pedestal, but at the same time, to me, the WWE is not the #1 company in the world right now. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. I know some of y'all gonna call me a fucking mark, a black fat motherfucker that's on the podcast, and y'all gonna say that I'm a mark, but I got the fucking receipts and I got the facts. I hate to say it, but WWE is not the #1 company right now. It's just not. It's not showing it. So that's how I feel. I don't know about everybody else, but yes, we're gonna hear some of y'all comments real quick. I'm gonna be on here probably in maybe a good 25, 30 minutes, whatever. I want to see what y'all thinking about out there. And yeah, shit is crazy. Yes, the Undertaker definitely showed up. He is definitely outside. He's pulling up. Yes. Antonio, he said that Vince has too much money not to purchase an escort or two. The inappropriate behavior in the workplace is completely can be completely avoided with common sense. Yes, I definitely agree with you. Like, the thing is that, okay, I don't give a fuck who you're fucking. I don't care. But the problem is with these motherfuckers these days is that when you're in power, you feel that arrogance, like you can't get caught. Some people even feel the thrill of getting caught. But the thing is that you got to think about your actions. You got to think about the consequences of your actions. And I think a lot of these folks that's in these power positions, they don't think of that until it's too late, until they get exposed. And that is the issue that's going on with Vince. It's been going on with Vince for decades, generations. And this motherfucker is not being held accountable for his actions. That is why everything keeps occurring with the WWE. It don't make no goddamn sense that this shit should be breaking news. I should not be on here and talking to y'all. It's like, Vince McMahon did this, Vince McMahon did that. Sasha Banks been released, y'all. Roman Reigns don't want to come to work because he want to be like Brock Lesnar. But yet he did say 3 years ago that he does not want to be another Brock Lesnar because he comes to work because he's the one. He doesn't give a damn if he's a face or a heel, but he's going to come to work. 3 years later, this motherfucker doing the same thing that Brock Lesnar been doing for the past 10 years. That's some fucking tea. $3 million motherfucking dollars off of some goddamn pussy? Man, shit. I wish I could rub $300 million fucking dollars with my ass, but I bet you I know what the fuck to do with that shit. But it won't be against pussy. I bet that's some great fucking pussy. It better be some great pussy. It better be some goddamn shine. It better be some goddamn sunshine pussy to the point where, oh my god, I'm busting like fucking 7 nuts all in concession. But you know, whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put out the link for you guys. Hopefully you guys see it. You guys want to come on and talk? Come on, let's talk. Let's talk about this. This is some crazy shit. I have never, ever seen some type of shit like this ever in my life. Never. I've never, ever. This is crazy. I really want to compare this to WCW days, but I can't even compare it to that. WCW fucked itself over financially, and the people that was in power, they were completely stupid. Damn, I might as well compete. I might as well make comparisons with WCW and WWE, because there's a lot of people that's in power that doing stupid ass shit. John Laurinaitis, that motherfucker don't have no. Like I said, I'm gonna say it like this. You couldn't pay me $1 million fucking dollars to fuck John Laurinaitis. Not even with a 10-foot pole. Not even with a goddamn dildo. Not even with some butt plugs. I wouldn't even fucking do it. I wouldn't. If someone decided to say, hey, let him like rub your balls, I wouldn't even do it. And I bullshit you not, because that motherfucker is not even attractive. Not even with that raspy goddamn fucking voice that he lost because of the goddamn fucking secrets that he was engulfing. But that's none of my business. But you see the lightning out there because God want me to shut the fuck up, and he want me to allow these people that just came on my podcast in the green room to come on here. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Hi.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What up?
What's
Just,
good?
hey, I just wanted to say real quick, man. I want to give a shout out to my #Hill Associates, which is myself, Rock and Reeves, Antonio, I'm pretty sure you're watching.
We are all heels. All
We are
heels.
all
There's
heels.
no goddamn fucking faces on here. There are no fucking faces. All realism in this bitch.
All realism up in
No
there.
tribalism. None of that shit. Straight fucking facts. Now, I will tell y'all this. Matter of fact, I should have put a fucking disclaimer out here. Like, number one, whether this shit is true or not true, I will come on here and I will retract my statements. Some of them. But if it is true, trust me, we're gonna have a fucking field day up in this bitch.
So let's talk hypotheticals. All right.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So hypothetically, let's say that this is the case, that she is released. I'm already You know me, Chris. You know I stay in the trenches, looking at the comments, seeing, trying to see what people is thinking right now. And I just want to say to all you people out there that's saying, "Oh yes, I'm glad she's finally out of there," and fuck her and all this, man, y'all can shut the fuck up with that for real. Let's start that off. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Okay.
If she is released, people shouldn't be shocked about it. What people need to be questioning is, why is it just her getting released and we haven't heard anything about Naomi being released when she done the same thing that she did, which was walk out? Like I said, is it a situation because of who she's married to and what family she's a part of? Is it a situation that Sasha Banks has, quote unquote, past issues that kind of led up to this? But I felt like this though, and this is what people are not understanding. I felt like both the situations she went through before and this situation they were reasonable. Let's go back to the situation, shall we? Original situation where she walked away the first time was because of the booking of the women's tag team titles. You promised her and Bayley that these titles were going to be defended across all three brands, that y'all were going to make them feel important and things like that. But yet, when they just won them at Elimination Chamber, which was not even probably 2 months before you had them lose them at WrestleMania to a tag team, mind you, that is not even with the company anymore.
Right.
This past situation, same thing. They're wanting to make these tag team titles feel important, but yet you're trying to book them in a meaningless 6-pack challenge that could have been easily changed, but yet instead of changing it, you're like, no, you're either going to do this or the highway. Walked out again. Like I said, I'm Team Sasha on this. I don't care what any of y'all that's in the comment section that feels different. Otherwise, I'm Team Sasha on this one. I felt like those were some legitimate reasons. Like if you take pride in what you do, of course you're gonna have questions and stuff when something don't make sense. You take pride in what you do. So if y'all want to be upset with her because she takes pride in what she does, something that she gave her life to, something that she put her body, not only her body, her whole life on, day in and day out, 300 days out of the year, then what is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? To sit there, who are y'all to judge her and shit on her? You gotta remember one thing. She know how their politic is because she works there or worked there if she is fired. She may know shit we have no idea about. She may know a lot of shit that's going on that seems very sketchy. And we, like I said, there's more to it. Now, if it is a situation where she's released, whether you people want to admit it or not, if she go to AEW, that's a game changer. You got to remember, Sasha Banks is at a point now, she's just more than just a wrestler. She's an actress. People recognize Mercedes now. This is beyond the whole entire Sasha Banks get up now. People from different walks of life recognize Mercedes now. So that's going to be a game changer if she does go to AEW.
So kind of reading these comments, and then Mr. KPG, I'm gonna get to you since you just came on here. So Juan said that same here, dude. This is some crazy ass drama, scandal, toxic shit. And back then with WCW and ECW, we were young at the time, and there was no social media and all that shit. Most definitely, I definitely concur. Russell said that Sasha would be a bigger star outside the WWE. I believe she's criminally underrated, and her star power was never used properly. Josh said that Sasha is the female face of the WWE, and then Antonio said that Sasha is considered to be the more vocal out of the two of them, and potentially losing the Usos behind Sasha is ignorance. Yeah, good comments. So Mr. KP, welcome to the show. What's your thoughts, sir?
To reiterate what you said back again, WWE is fucked because, like the comment, one of these comments said that Roman doesn't want to work arena shows. He don't want to work stadium. Bianca, she's gonna leave in a couple years. Sasha, she's fired. I guess we don't know yet. So they're fucked. They're losing all their star power, and they're not building new stars to replace these stars that are leaving or becoming part-time. Austin Theory, can we really call him a star? I know we're supposed to have him after John Cena soon, but what can Riddick Moss be a star?
Did you say Ciampa, right?
No, I said Austin Theory.
Oh, I thought you said Ciampa. Okay. So I heard some shit about
Ciampa,
that
they think
too.
he's too old because he's like 40, isn't he? And they're trying to build like younger stars.
Yeah, he's in that. Yeah, he's in that area. And Jamie from I think what's that, Faro, I believe, from YouTube. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a rumor about Ciampa earlier about they changed his theme. Then he's been losing as of late. So there's a possibility that he might be released as well. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised. You can tell by the booking back on Monday, and the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall for him, sadly.
Right.
Remember, that's what WWE. That's why they did the whole thing with NXT. Like they trying to keep people 30
that are older away from it, trying to build like
but the
younger
thing,
stars.
But the thing is, and I concur. But the issue is that you did have the younger stars there in the original one. You know what I'm saying? You had the foundation to build off of. Like any event, if your stars did go down, all you had to do was just funnel them to the main roster. But then Vince McMahon bitch ass gonna sit back and say that he never watched NXT, but then a couple months later or years later, he decided to rebuild it into his own little image, which is the R. Kelly special or some type of shit. I don't know, and I don't know.
Yeah, because they have a girl that just graduated high school like last week or something. She just graduated high school. She's in
they got her. Yeah, they got her mixed in with the Chase U bunch, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, legitimately just graduated high school.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she just graduated high school.
Oh yeah, because they were involved. Because when what's my man with the long hair? When Bodie got attacked, she was trying to step in and be his tag team, be Chase's tag team partner against Pretty Deadly, and
So for the people that's coming in, Austin Jones on Facebook, he asked about Sasha Banks. So right now, I'm just gonna tell you guys this. I know you guys are just coming in, you're soaking up the information. Right now, I'm gonna let you know this. This is just a rumor right now, but there are many wrestling outlets that's stating that there's a possibility that Sasha Banks was released sometime today. Tomorrow, we will be talking about that on the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel or my channel or Jaquez's. But yes, I will be following up with you either way. You will be hearing from me. But yes, this is some very troubling news, very shocking. We just reeling over the Vince McMahon situation. We were talking about that about 4 hours ago.
And
So, there's a lot of shit that we're breaking down to you guys. Go ahead.
and I want to say something in regards to that. And this is the odd part that I find about this. Normally, when releases happen, they happen during what? The daytime. Somewhere between the middle of the morning to the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
We're finding out about the Sasha shit late at night.
Very much so.
Do you think, and this is going to tie into the Vince shit, do you think that this stuff was purposely given to these wrestling, reporters and outlets to try to deviate from the Vince McMahon news that happened earlier in the
didn't
day?
they release people during SmackDown that one time? Like Hit Row and all them? They got released during SmackDown.
Not to this degree. Now, Austin Jones is saying the same thing that Stephen just said. You know what? It wouldn't even surprise me because of the severity of this situation. Vince McMahon, that scandal is powerful. You know what I'm saying? And we needed, and like I said, they needed a major distraction. What other distraction just to, say who's the next one to get released?
And to be a little more ironic, what was another story that just came out a little recently? That Vince and Bruce, and then Laurinaitis, all like to release certain pieces of information, even if it's not true, because they want to get people talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, like, how ironic that the biggest story of 2022 is, is Vince McMahon, and then 4 hours later, we hear that Sasha Banks just got released. So now we're not only talking about Vince, but we're also talking about Sasha. You know what I'm saying? But they're trying to find any type of, smoke screen to not talk about Vince. Vince does not fool me. Vince have been in the game for a long fucking time, and he knows how to get the, social media off of his back. He's the same motherfucker that says that he does not want to play with social media because he does not like our opinions. He don't like the public opinion about him. So the only way to do that is to do like what what Stephen said and Austin Jones said on Facebook, create a distraction. And this is a distraction.
And the crazy thing about all this is, I want to point out something here, especially the people that just, like I said earlier, just talking shit about her getting released and stuff. So y'all busy talking shit, but y'all not bringing up the fact that she was still right. It's been how many weeks since she's been gone off of TV? What, 2 weeks going on 3? Am I about right? Ballpark in that area?
It's been about
All right.
It's been about like.
So outside of that Monday Night Raw and that SmackDown that her and Naomi didn't show up on, when was the last time they mentioned the women's tag team titles?
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Have they brought up
I think they missed it one time, and they said they were going to do a tournament. And I'm like, how you going to do a tournament with 2 tag teams?
They
Right.
They literally had a tag team match on Monday and have not mentioned anything about these titles.
And
but yeah, people want it. Exactly. People want to shit on her, but she was still right in the end. Mm-hmm. Like, people are not questioning that.
And Stephen, I'm glad you brought up the original incident, because isn't it a little coincidental that both of these times was when Sasha was a reigning tag team champion?
Right.
I'm laughing off this comment from Twitch. He said he didn't guess who the rat is. You know what? We'll get into that in a minute. If you stick around, we'll get into that in a second.
I think I know who you're going to say it is.
I mean,
it's probably the same person I'm thinking it is too.
Nick Khan.
Yep. His ascent to the top.
That is the,
and let me tell you,
that
rat is not in the kitchen.
That is the Thanos right now that's been trying to get all the power. He got all the Infinity Stones that everybody is like saying. He got Stephanie, he had Triple H, he had Shane, and now he's after Vince. And the only thing that's left is the WWE itself.
Yeah, because it was reports that Vince was gonna like give him like majority ownership when he decides to step down.
Hey, Nick Khan said, "Fuck waiting. I want this shit now." That's what he said.
Yeah,
He said, "Fuck waiting."
As soon as he takes over, he gonna sell that shit to Disney.
Before Nick Khan came on as the vice or as the president, because I believe he's been president for like I don't know how many years. I believe, I'm not exactly sure. I don't really know his background like that. It's just like he literally came out of nowhere, and then like all of this bullshit's been going on or whatever. But Jamie said from YouTube, he said that why the WWE is releasing good talented wrestlers. Like I said, bro, it ties into what was released today. And I'm telling you, there are levels to this shit that is going on right now. That $3 million bullshit that's going on ties into why the wrestler's been released.
Okay, so I'm looking at it right now. He's been president since late 2019. And before this, he worked with The Rock on his $7 project. Whatever The Rock's little thing is when that first started up.
Yeah, you got to remember, like Dwayne and Nick Khan go way back. They go back to when The Rock's family was staying in Hawaii. They go way back.
Yeah,
they go back to childhood.
The Rock, then he became president out of nowhere. He just went from The Rock to president in like a couple of years.
Let me read some more of these comments. So Tim, he said that I don't think that Vince did is bad. He cheated, but the girl was okay with all of this. Not a big deal.
You don't think that's a big deal?
Read another comment. Sasha deserves to be released. She's a whiny, overhyped, annoying, entitled person that thinks her shit doesn't stink.
That must be a troll.
All right, I'm finna answer both of those.
Let me continue reading. Josh said, not according to some reports. And then McQuarrie said, definitely. And then Austin said, if she's released, she will follow the same path as Eddie. And then Dylan said, about 3. And then Kevin, what's going on? How you doing? Yes, sir, I believe. He said, who's the rat? Okay, yeah, I missed that before. Let's see. Antonio, he said, completely agreed. That's why prostitution should be legal. So men like Vince don't have to do things like what he just did. And then Austin said that when they put the belts on the Iconics, they were good as dead.
Damn. That is kind of true.
I'm gonna move on. Hold on, let's see. I think Vince and Johnny Ace is passing around like Tony Storm.
Nah, I don't think that happened. I'm gonna explain why.
Okay.
I think the girls that were
black girls. I can tell he likes them black women.
And then Jonathan said that Joshua, I'm sorry. WWE wants to control the narrative. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then Antonio said that Tony Khan eventually will be the only show in town. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Maestro Reggie Jackson, he said that Vince is in some deep shit. And then he also said that I knew that they were going to release Sasha Banks. Remind you, treat it as a rumor. I want people thinking that this podcast is about, oh yeah, I heard this on this site, and this is actually confirmed. This is only a rumor. When it's actually confirmed, then we'll get into the shit. Mr. Stephanie, you said that you wanted to get back to that comment earlier.
Yeah, matter of fact, can you highlight it real quick? Go back to the comment where it was from Tim Hardy. Says, I don't think what Vince did is that bad. Yeah, he cheated, but the girl was okay with all this. Not a big deal. I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. And it has nothing to do with him cheating. Motherfuckers cheat all the time. And it doesn't have to do with the girl being okay with it. What it has to do with is if the board is investigating this, you got to think about this. If the board is investigating this means one thing. He was using company money. Not his own money, but money specifically being siphoned from the company for that purpose alone. That's what's wrong with it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they could nail him for embezzlement charges, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, like my nigga, like, dude.
Exactly.
If the board of fucking directors are investigating this shit, that is a problem. And the board of directors have like voting power.
Right.
It only has 50%. I think it's either 50 or 80%. I'm not too sure. But
yeah, because the stockholders have votes too.
Right. So this is a serious matter. This is not something that you just overlook. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like come on here and like, you know, criticize, but I want to educate you. That's what we're here. That's
exactly.
what we're on tonight. This is about, you know, food for thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want people to think that this is like something that we should throw on the rug, because honestly, just like with the R. Kelly situation, we've been throwing this shit under the rug for centuries, for decades. And this is something that we should not overlook. And then on top of that, sexual assault, sexual like gratification and shit, especially on the public forum, on a traded company like the WWE, this is not good for business. This is not a good look for the WWE at all. I just want to make that known. Did you want to say something else?
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Like, the board of directors probably wouldn't have gave a fuck if Vince was using his own money, because then there's no paper trail tying WWE to this scandal.
Right.
But the fact that the board is, you know, questioning him about this, and that the fact that we even know that there's a dollar amount lets us know that he was using company funds to fund this.
Yeah.
And that's where the issue comes in. That's where it is wrong, because that's misuse of company funding.
Mm-hmm.
He can get in trouble for that, a whole lot of trouble. I've been seeing people post all day saying, well, he was just paying for this. You know, why do people care about it? I was like, man, the board of directors care about it because you use them money from the company, using money that they got stock in.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember, that's the problem. Yeah. Shit like that can bring all of them down. So, yeah, that's why they're going to have an issue with it.
And Reese, you just said this like maybe seconds ago. Now, if this was his money, wouldn't have been an issue. Do whatever the fuck you need to do with your money. But this is the stockholders' money that's involved. And they're profiting, you know what I'm saying, on the WWE.
It's like old boys, that's embezzlement. Embezzlement is a major crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I said, it's even worse because, yeah, Vince, you may be the owner of the company, but still, yeah, like using the company funds, like Stefan's been saying, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if that paper trail leads back, yeah.
There's another thing too. Remember Fabulous Moolah too.
Yep.
Yes,
and that's right, and all the stuff that she just got into, because that could even tie back into what we were talking about earlier with all the sexual harassment and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like this embezzlement is not something that you can just look past, bro. Motherfuckers are investigating the WWE right now, and if this is actually true, I'm telling you, they're going to take steps to remove Vince McMahon from this. And then too, there are other like stories, like that Donahue situation that I forwarded to you guys. This confirms that the WWE been doing this shit for decades, and this is not a good look. I'm trying to tell you, because they're gonna look into this further. If they're going to probe the WWE for this shit, I'm telling you, Vince is in trouble.
And you just mentioned Fabulous Moolah. What about Pat Patterson? How he was touching little boys. Yep. Was that him?
Yes.
Amongst
others. What about Pat Patterson? He was touching little boys.
Mel
Phillips. They gonna look at that too.
Yeah, he was up there sitting up there playing with little boy booty holes. He was.
Like, they're gonna investigate everything. Not just everything.
Yes, and bro, I'm telling you, this shit can go all the way back to the 70s.
Exactly. Like, it's crazy. Yo, Christopher, I seen what you just said in here. You said, well, Vince's lawyer said Vince used his own money, but the board is still investigating it. Ha, ha, ha. Bro, what you said in that statement, I'm not saying it sounds ridiculous or anything like that. But like I said, if it's a situation where it's Vince's own money, then why do the board give a fuck about what he's doing with his own money? If the board is in on this, because I'm just going based off the release that was, the press release that was made. They said that the board is talking to him about this. There has to be more to it. And then on top of that, you saying his lawyer. Do you know who Vince's lawyer is? His lawyer is, what's his name? Jerry McDivitt? Do y'all know who that guy is? The guy that helped him get off on the steroid trial? The guy that been his lawyer for so many years? The guy that knows how to move, the smooth operator? That lawyer? So we're supposed to believe it because it comes from his lawyer, right?
Hey, it's pretty much a fixer.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, he has a point. And like I said, like, social media is so vast. This is not something that he's just gonna, if he escaped from this, it's still gonna be damage to the WWE regardless. Because then you got, like, Nia Jax that's like on Twitter and on Instagram and talking shit about the WWE. And then you got unknown people that don't want to be identified and saying that Jordan Laurinaitis is an asshole. And, like, I'm telling you, somebody is going to lose their job at the end of the day. That's the narrative right now that people need to look at this. Someone is going to lose their job. There's always got to be a fall guy in this situation. I mean, look what happened with Triple H and the current call situation. Yep. There's always got to be a fall guy.
I want to point out another thing. Like you said, this opens up a can of worms. And this opens up a can of worms because, and this is playing into the situation on whether he used his own money or not. What this does, regardless of what the situation is, whether he used his own money or not, it opens up a can of worms. Like, okay, who else has he done this to? Mm-hmm. How many people have he paid off over the years? Like I said, this brings up the Ashley Mazzaro situation and other past situations with female employees within the company. Mm-hmm. This is why this news is so crazy. It's so hectic. Mm-hmm. Because let's talk about current talent that they probably smashing. I wouldn't be surprised if people like I said, this gonna sound like slander, but I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't be surprised if people like Alexa Bliss come up in this. I wouldn't be surprised people like Carmella. I wouldn't be surprised if people like
Naomi and Sasha. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
And then too, that break case back in like 1986 that we talked about earlier, that shit might come back up. They blackballed her ass. Yeah, because they said that it was alleged, like Vince McMahon allegedly raped that referee.
Right. And by the way, Rocky Reese made a mention of a past situation earlier, and I knew what he was referring to. He was referring to the female ring announcer that they used to have back in the 80s. I think there's some stuff about that as well. Like that's why this stuff opens up a can of worms. This is how I'm gonna bring this shit.
Macho Man dating Stephanie McMahon when she was 16.
Macho Man, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna tell you how this shit comes full circle with the Sasha shit. With her being released and the way that she was released and her being frustrated. What if she knows some shit that's been going on and she say, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell the world. That's why that's another thing I wanted to point out in regards to the Sasha release. She could, with all the timing of all this shit going down and all this coming out, if she did a tell-all and some of this shit comes out, I mean, that's just, like I said, that's just another blow to the, not only to WWE, but really to kind of the wrestling industry as a whole. I'm like you, Chris. I don't want to see WWE go under. And I don't get these folks that want to see the downfall of it.
Yeah, because
when
I went
wrestling
through
is
that.
monopolized, it's boring because that means that one company has no competition, so they can put whatever the fuck they want on TV, and it doesn't have to be the best thing, but they ain't gonna give a fuck because it's the only company there.
And I totally feel you on that because, like, I've been through that for the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the WWE I love like so much. I loved it. But the thing is that we only had one big company in town. And I mean, you see what happened with that. Like, I'm at the point where I hate the WWE with a passion. You know, I don't want to see the WWE go under, but then at the same time, there got to be some type of accountability. Someone has to be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah, it got so drained out of WWE being on top for so long that some people stopped watching. Know what I'm saying?
I know a lot of people that used to love the WWE and they don't watch it anymore because the WWE just got played out. Let me read some of these comments. There's some good comments out here. Let's see. Ty said that these wrestlers know that Vince is about. Why Vince McMahon pay these wrestlers shut up money? Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon stepped down. Why Paige is released and Sasha's released? Yeah, that's.
Well, Paige is not released. Her contract expired, so
yeah, she just said she want to leave. And then Miles Monroe, I believe, said it best. Whatever you give a woman, she would never get back the same thing. She multiplies it first, especially a sister. Sperm, baby, house, home, food, meal, frustrations, boy. Austin is funny. Matt, what's going on? He said, does anyone know if Sasha Banks is gone from the WWE? Because I've seen it on Twitter, but I'm asking y'all. Okay, so right now we're speculating. But yes, we have seen it on multiple sources that Sasha Banks was released, but we will get like some type of statement from the WWE maybe tomorrow or the next day. We don't know. But yeah, we just find this out just like everybody else. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on here and getting the tea from us. Yes, everybody from Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, we're all trying to find this out now. So we're just sharing information basically. But now this is a very great discussion that we're having right now. I know it's so late, but I appreciate you guys being on here and talking with us. So. And for the people that's new, thank you for coming on #HealsForLife. I really do appreciate that. But yes, someone did also say on the comments as well that they do need to investigate Pat Patterson, even though he's dead. Yeah, it's crazy. Dylan said that Fightful said that they didn't hear anything. Matt said, I'm sorry. Austin said that that's why Mandy Rose still has her title, because these old men like Vince, John, Bruce, and Kevin. Interesting. So, did you guys have anything else that y'all want to add on?
I just, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if, like you said, Mandy Rose could be. I'm pretty sure she's very much so involved in that. You know,
right?
It's just, like I said, shit's gonna get worse from here. With everything that doesn't happen this week, is gonna get worse.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter the outcome. Like, you know,
yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, like, because then people gonna look at the WWE and like gonna say like, okay, why these other motherfuckers are being released? Is it because that Vince McMahon want to pay his prostitutes? I mean, there's a lot of shit that's going on. I'm telling you, this is the last thing that Vince wanted for us to see. Like, I'm like, oh well, you're paying like, you know, shut up money, and then you passing it off to John Laurinaitis and shit, and this nigga married. Passing off hoes, and I'm oh Jesus Christ,
man. The crazy thing is passing it off to John married to the Bella's mom, and I wouldn't be surprised if John didn't get the Bellas too. Like,
she married. I'm not Steve, but he married their mama when they was like grown though. Like, they was grown as fuck when they got married.
Josh said that, dude, can you investigate what happened there? People are still alive that can tell what happened during the time. Let's get real. Stuff happened under Vince McMahon and who it's fall on. And then Austin said that Rhonda said earlier she wanted a horsewoman versus a horseman feud. So the Sasha or so the Shayna.
That's like 5 years too late.
Yeah,
exactly. Two of them
correct.
is not even. Two of them not even with the company no more.
Yeah. I mean, you can forget that shit. I mean, Bailey still haven't came back yet, and we're still waiting on her to come back.
Jessamine Duke is doing guys know what, and Marina Shafir over at AEW being, getting the sandbag treatment. That's another story for another day. Now, I do want to ask one more thing in regards to this Sasha thing. Let's say she goes to AEW.
Okay.
Do you shoot her straight to the top, like instantly, like when she comes in?
No, because then that would be in the line of favoritism, and that's something that you want to stay away from because that can be toxic. Just like what's going on with the WWE. WWE right now has Roman Reigns, in God mode right now. Like he can't be touched.
And wouldn't them signing Sasha prove MJF's point about them signing ex-WWE guys?
Very much.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like you got to really stay away from that. Yes, AEW is favoring Brie Baker though, but the thing about it is that there can be somebody that's better than Brie Baker.
They're favoring her and Jade, which I don't have no problem with Jade.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of programs other than Impact that actually feature black women like that. And she's getting the Goldberg treatment. But people say that Jade can't wrestle. I mean, she's getting better. But then at the end of the day, you got to start from somewhere. I mean, look at Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, he came into WWE. What's that? Within 6 months, and in 2002, and became WWE champion.
Right.
And he was good at what he did.
And a lot of people got to remember, man, Brock's first run was only 2 years, and he done everything in a span of 2 years. His original run. This run that he was on recently was longer than his first run. I'm sorry, I'm just reading these comments here in regards to the whole entire AEW situation. They do need to slow down the gas on Britt Baker. Because at a point, sign multiple women, but yet you showcase them for a week or two, then they either on Dark or they're on Elevation.
Look at
and
Ruby
you're
Soho.
not really doing too much with them. Yeah, Ruby Soho, the prime suspect.
Yeah, Ruby Soho, I think, was a really major disappointment for me. I thought that she would have been a little bit better, but it's like she is still doing the same thing that she was doing when she was in WWE. I don't know if it's she needs to be healed or if it's something else. It's just I don't know.
It's them not showcasing her, kind of in a way. You're putting her on Dark and on Elevation.
So much behind only a certain amount of women that these rest of them, they're saying, the rest of y'all can fuck off. We're only gonna put so much energy behind Jade, Britt, and maybe Paige Van Zant when she gets a little better. But the rest of y'all are just here to fill up our division and lose to Jade.
And see, I'm a Jade fan. I'm gonna sit here and admit it. I'm a fan of hers, and I'm a fan of hers because, I think I brought this up before. I'm a fan of her is because she don't need to wrestle. She wants to wrestle. That's why I'm such a fan of hers. She doesn't need it at all. It's because she's there because she wants to be there. She's there because she's not only getting better. Mm-hmm.
So it is confirmed. Sasha Banks has been released from the WWE.
It's on WWE?
It's confirmed. Yep. That yes. That
you heard it here live, folks.
WWE. Yep. She's been released from the WWE. So yes.
They gave her future endeavors, or they just said she got released?
Yep. She's been released.
Future endeavor. Now we gotta wait 90 days.
Yep. So, yeah. Ruby overrated. Yeah, I would say so. Because like I thought that the WWE was just like, you know, being shit towards her, but apparently not. Like she's very vanilla.
And
Like
back to the Jade thing, like Jade, like she trolls the trolls. Like the reason why she got her hair green was people were calling her green. And she was like, yeah, bitch, I'm green. I'm green like money. That's why she came with the whole money gimmick. And she was like, yeah, I'm green. I'm green like money. So what? And she's just like, she out trolls the trolls.
Right.
And I remember one of the tweets, what you were saying, she doesn't need this. She was like, I made more money sitting at home being a mom than what I'm doing right now. And she just, like I said, she out trolls the trolls.
yeah.
Funny.
I think that's why I'm such a fan of hers, because she has that mentality like, yo, y'all not gonna get on their fucking nerves. She realized that there's a portion of the wrestling community that just spits venom, and she spits it right back, and that's why I'm such a fan of hers. That's why I'm just pushing for her to do amazing things, and she is getting better. I love the fact that she is more comfortable, and I'm talking when we say getting better, y'all, we're not meaning just in the ring, but getting better on the mic, getting better
Tony,
as far as her presentation. Yeah, like she's getting better all the way around, and I love seeing the growth of a person. I love seeing that, especially in professional wrestling. I love seeing somebody, you know, continue to grow. And she's gonna be a force, whether people are gonna like her or not.
And I remember it's like, you know, I double up to see her gear, her hair.
Hey, wait, hold on one second.
But you know, I had double enough to see her hair like pink and green,
Right.
representing her sorority. People were like, "You're knocking off Asuka," because you know how Asuka has those different girl hairs. And she was, and one person pointed out, was like, and they were like, "Y'all really don't know she's an AKA,
Right.
pink and green are AKA colors. What the fuck are y'all talking about?" And
Exactly.
she was just like, they don't know. Wrestling fans are in their own little bubble. Most of them don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Hey Austin, send me a friend request. I'll send you what we know so far. But it's just looks like that we probably won't get an answer from WWE, because usually it takes like a day or so, possibly, or maybe even overnight. But usually it takes like maybe the next day for them to make an official statement. But right now, you just have to like I said, treat it as a rumor. But right now, it says that she's released, but we'll find out in the morning, tomorrow or sometime tomorrow. But yeah. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go around for final thoughts, and then we'll depart, and then we'll come back tomorrow on Jaquez's podcast tomorrow. About I think what's that 6:30 Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. So we'll 7:30 Eastern. So yeah. Mr. Stephen,
Mhm.
thought.
So my final thought about this situation is like you said, we're gonna get the exact like super duper confirmation tomorrow. It's gonna make headlines. My final thought is really just asking and the wrestling community, and I know it's gonna fall on deaf ears, you know, but I'm just hoping the people that's watching this show right now, please chill out on the Venom. We done had enough negativity this week with everything going on with Jeff Hardy, with the Vince McMahon shit going on, and now with this going on. Just calm y'all jets a bit when this news break tomorrow. Save y'all, like don't stop spitting venom. I think the words that I think you and Jaquez and everybody else been using lately, and I love the word. Stop with the WWE, AEW tribalism. Just, once the news break, y'all really shouldn't be honest. Y'all shouldn't be too shocked that this happened, but y'all chill out with all that venom. So everybody that's in here that's gonna talk about this tomorrow amongst your friends, amongst people that you know in the wrestling community, people that you know in the podcast community, I just want to say that please have reasonable debates about this and try not to be hateful to each other. That's all I want to say.
Please don't. Yes, I totally agree. Mr. KPG. Go ahead.
Stay positive. Whatever you do, stay positive. The world's already negative enough. Wrestling or otherwise. Like, we see what's happening in the world today, and we don't need no more negativity. We watch wrestling to escape the bullshit that's happening in the world.
Facts.
And we don't want to enter the wrestling dealing with more toxicity. So, leave the toxic bullshit in your personal life. When you're talking about wrestling with your peers, talk about it. Don't argue about it. You might have different opinions. You might get debatable. But don't get to the point where, oh, you're a bitch. Fuck you. I don't want to talk to you again. Blah, blah. Keep it civil when you're talking to your friends. Because wrestling's supposed to bring us together, not tear us apart. And you can be anywhere else. There's thousands of Facebook pages, YouTube pages. It's millions of videos you can be watching, but you're here watching us give our opinion. So, thank you for that. Shout out to Heals for Life. But yeah, just stay positive. Get out that negative bullshit.
Thank you, KBG. Yeah, once again, I appreciate you guys coming out and talking with us and gathering information for us. And yes, anything that is late breaking, you guys can email me, #Kills for Life Wrestling Podcast, gmail.com, or you can follow me on Facebook, Chris Dilworth, or you can follow me on Twitter, Mr. Team Bring It. Either way, you can find some way to get a hold of me. My final thought is basically this. We are too toxic as a wrestling community. We need to we need to go back to basics and just have a normal conversation, human versus human. You're going to agree to disagree. I mean, that's the one thing that I did learn in a podcasting, career that I'm pursuing that I am in currently. We just have to be mindful that words do hurt. Words are powerful, and that we just need to be mature on what we say and the consequences that may follow behind it. Because just because I don't see you on here, just because I see you based on text, yes, I know what you look like. And if I do see you, I'm going to confront you. That has happened before with a dude that was on here and he was talking shit. And I actually ran into him in the convention in Chicago, and me and him talked. I could have like whooped his ass and shit, you know what I'm saying? But he looked very scared when he seen me walk across, you know what I'm saying? He seen me like a mile away and I seen him. And when we locked eyes, he was scared. And he's a wrestler. That's the funny part. But I actually sat back and I actually talked to him. And I'm just going to tell you guys, be very mindful of what you say on social media, because that shit will come back and haunt you when you least expect it. But yeah, tomorrow, hopefully we'll have more information about the Sasha Banks situation and the Vince McMahon situation. Until that time, I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, KPG, and Rocket Reach for coming on here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a wonderful evening. Peace.
All right.
All right.